Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, V, and today's video is another makeup video tutorial. This video, I kind of wanted it to be a break from all that glam and all that drama that we were doing for the holiday festivities and the parties. So I kind of wanted to calm everything down after the storm of the holiday season and give you a look that a lot of you have been requesting. So this video is going to be a focus on natural beauty. The look is all about just perfecting your own individual beauty by just a little bit of color correction, a little bit of makeup, just to kind of enhance what you already have. This is a technique that I've used for many years on set at fashion shoots in New York City when I used to work and live there as a makeup artist. And I think after so many years of working with so many photographers and working with a lot of makeup artists and learning techniques, this is just a culmination. I've developed my own technique on how I like to do a fresh, clean makeup. This is a great technique to use if you're an aspiring makeup artist and you want to use this in your photo shoots to really impress clients, because honestly at the end of the day, clients just want you to be able to enhance the model's look. It's fun to do like all the creative drama and all of the transformative artistry that we all live for, but at the end of the day, 90% of clients just want you to be able to do a very clean, fresh makeup. And really, the hardest thing to do in makeup artistry is to do that really natural, clean, beautiful makeup where the model is the star and not your makeup. And I know that is really hard for a lot of you makeup artists, especially you newer makeup artists that have been learning makeup from YouTube and from Instagram. The hardest thing for you guys probably isn't the actual makeup, because once you get the hang of it, it's very simple. But the hardest thing as a makeup artist to do with this look is restraint. And I think the key word here is restraining and being able to tell yourself, okay, that is enough. We need to stop right there. The model is beautiful. The person is beautiful on their own. And they, and honestly, at counter, like, I feel like 90% of my clients, especially my mature clients, they all want to just look like themselves, but they just want to look better. And they want to be able to do it, themselves and be able to hold it in a small bag without having a whole kit in front of them. Definitely, I feel like these techniques are really useful for that kind of look or that kind of client that you might have that just wants to look like themselves and not feel like they're wearing a lot of makeup. So if you want to learn how to do this technique, keep on watching. So first things first is prepping your skin or prepping the model skin. So what you really want to do for me when I'm doing this look is you really want to use products that are very calming to the face, that aren't going to be too heavy or like too rich in texture. I definitely like to use a moisturizer that just kind of enhances and gives you a very natural skin texture, but at the same time calms. So what I really like to use is this moisturizer from Clinique. It's called Redness Solutions, and it's just a really standard basic moisturizer. It doesn't have a lot of anti-aging ingredients. The real purpose is to just calm the skin. And a lot of the times, the majority of people's skin that you're trying to cover up is that redness and that irritation that tends to overpower the skin. So what you want to do, first things first, is you want to moisturize and you want to calm the skin. So using this product really helps with that. And guys, I just got my nails done. You like them? I have been off of these coffin nails for like 10 months now. And as good as it felt like to have no acrylic nails on, because I did feel free, I felt so basic, so I couldn't take it anymore. I needed my nails back and I ended up getting them today. And I'm starting off with like a nice, very natural duochrome nail polish, which is from Revlon. They have these amazing new nail, like transformative nail polishes that are amazing, and I was kind of gagging at how good they were. But yeah, I found them at Walgreens, and I was like, okay, she's cute. So after you moisturize and really get the skin, if the model or if the client or yourself, if you feel your skin, touch your skin, if it feels rough or you can feel dry patches, you definitely have to exfoliate. It's so important to exfoliate. So before you do this look, you need to try to get your skin on point, because you cannot, this technique is something that if you have bad skin, it might not work for you, because it's very sheer, it's very light. It really helps if you have amazing skin already. So you want to make sure that you prep your skin, the model skin, the client skin, make sure they're exfoliated, make sure they're moisturized, and make sure they're primed. To prime the skin and to kind of accentuate that natural lit from within glow and radiant skin, I am going to use the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Liquid Glow and Primer. So this is a really great product if you want to give the skin a beautiful glow and shine. Even just this on its own, it gives the skin such a beautiful luminescence. Can you see that? If you feel like you have bomb skin, this might be enough. And I'd be really jealous of you because you don't have to put color on. So after I put on that illuminating primer, I'm going to just take the Smashbox color correcting stick. It's green, and what green correctors do is they help neutralize any kind of redness to the face, because what they do is that they don't really diminish or they don't remove the redness, but they dull the redness because they neutralize that red out, versus if you didn't have the green underneath, a sheer to light foundation might not be able to cover that redness. But if you're trying to achieve that very natural glowy look, you want to make sure that you color correct first and foremost before you add any foundation on. I am just going to kind of pinpoint where I get kind of red, and I get red a little in my cheeks, then on my nose, and I'm being very light-handed with this. Around my mouth, I have a little breakout right there. So you kind of want to put this in areas where you get kind of red, and then just kind of blend that out. It totally neutralizes that red. And what I like about the Smashbox sticks is that the texture of them feels like a primer, so it's totally gonna prime as well as color correct. But see that? It totally neutralized the reds in my face. I don't want to say, it's not removing the reds, but it's definitely muting them out. Let's get red right here, girl. Right there. And it doesn't look green. People think they're gonna look green, and it doesn't make you green. And they have different color correcting. They have peach for like purples and blues under your eyes. They have violet color correctors that help with sallowness. So if you have that very sallow, yellowy undertone, that helps neutralize and kind of gives you a little bit of life back to the face. So there are different color correctors, and I'm probably gonna end up doing a video strictly for color correcting because I know it is something that a lot of you have questions about. A little lip balm. Ooh, my nail looks cute. I was watching back one of my old videos from like a few weeks ago, and my nails were a hot mess. I was like, girl, you need to get them nails done for these videos because that's not cute. So after you prep, prime, moisturize, and color correct, half your battle is already done right here. Like, some of you have bomb ass skin out there, and this is all you really need. Like, you just need to color correct, maybe put a little concealer, and that is it. But for me, I need a little bit more than that. Okay, so for my foundation, I'm going to be using this foundation by Clinique called the Even Better Glow Light Reflecting Makeup with an SPF 15. I really love this foundation because it does give you a good medium coverage, but it still looks very skin-like. It gives you a very beautiful glow to the skin, and it's really easy to blend. You could totally just use your fingers to put it on. So, which I am going to do right now. And honestly, your fingers are like the best thing for this. See, this is what I love about it. This looks so glowy and pretty. And the winter time is like perfect for me when using this foundation because it is so hydrating and it does give like a really nice glow. That I personally can't wear this in the summer because I will sweat it off in like 10 seconds. So it's perfect when it's colder outside. I love doing this look because I know it's going to stay. In photo shoots, this is really beautiful. It just makes the model look really glowy and beautiful and translucent. But see the shine? That is what you want. So what I'm now going to do, use a little color correcting with some concealer, and I'm using Smashbox Camera Ready Concealer BB Cream Eyes in light medium. And I like this because it has like a little brush on the end already, so you just kind of pop it right in the inner corner. I really love this concealer. It's so good. And it can build to pretty full coverage. But if you want like a really natural concealer that isn't going to build up too much, this is a really good one. So I'm only, if you notice, I only kind of put on the inner corner because I want it to be brightening, and I'm using my finger. Always tap your concealer in with your finger or a sponge. You never want to rub it because when you rub it, you're moving it, because you place a concealer there for a reason, because you want to cover that spot. If I went like this and started moving it, not only is it bad for the skin around the eye area, because that causes a lot of tension, it could create wrinkles and fine lines, but by tapping, you're keeping the product in that spot without moving it, but you're still blending it. You know what I mean? A little bit of the foundation or that BB or CC cream or tinted moisturizer, because that's what this really feels like. It feels like a tinted moisturizer. So if you like Laura Mercier, if you like Face and Body from MAC, that would be a beautiful foundation for this look. I love Face and Body from MAC. But I'm taking a little leftover of that foundation that I put on initially. I'm kind of lightly tapping around the concealer to help blend it. This was a photo shoot. Like, you can totally like do a little mascara, cream blush, and all that stuff and stop and not put any powder. For like a photo shoot, it's great because you can stop and then touch up and like tap it out. Or if you're really dry, you don't have to put a lot of powder on top of this look. But for me, who is combination oily and I tend to move around a lot and sweat, I have to put powder. I still put powder on with this look. I'm just going to take a little bit of translucent powder, taking a little puff, and I'm just going to set under the eyes because that will crease. If you're doing this as your day-to-day and you're combination oily, you need to set it with a powder because you're using a lot of emollient stuff. Tinted moisturizers are super emollient. My nose is the first to go, so I really powder my nose. But the nice thing with this foundation, the powder is going to be absorbed by all the oil that's going to come through on my face, and the foundation will come back to life. But if you want this look to last, you really have to set it. And I'm not putting powder everywhere like I usually do. I'm only kind of concentrating the powder in the T-zone and in areas where I tend to get really oily, or there's a lot of movement on the face, so around the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. I'm not really baking. I'm just kind of putting enough powder to set those areas, but just kind of buff out any extra powder. I look very even, but not too overly full coverage like I usually like to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little bronzer, and I'm actually going to take a cream bronzer for once. And I'm using this product from e.l.f. and it's a really cool product. It's a cream and it's kind of like souffle-y, so it has like a squishy feeling to it. And I'm actually just going to go right into my regular contour brush, and I'm just going to go right into this product and just put it on like it's like any other bronzer. That's what I like about this product, is that you could kind of treat it like a powder bronzer, but it's not, and it gives you a softer look. So I'm doing the number 3 like I'm contouring regularly. I promise you that this look is a lot faster when you're not talking about it. So what I love about this is that it gives a very natural bronze. And this compact is like super cheap. It was like $6. You can't go wrong with e.l.f. e.l.f. has some good stuff. And it's very buildable. Like you can, if you want like a more significant bronzer, you could totally build it. I'm gonna put a little blush. I'm actually gonna use the blush right next to the bronzer. And I'm just gonna pop right onto the cheeks the same as I would do any blush. And this color is really natural and pretty. It just looks like a fresh, kind of natural flush to the skin. So again, I do the little X's into the check mark. And again, I love this product because it goes on very sheer and you can build up to the amount of blush that you want. It really looks, because I guess it's because of the texture of this product, it really looks like it's coming from like within. It doesn't look like I'm putting it on top. I put a little on the bridge of my nose. It looks like I've been like running in the snow, you know? So now I'm going to do my brows, and the way I do my brows is a lot different when I'm trying to do something very natural on my clients or on a model. Even on myself, I like to be a little less. So to do this more natural brow, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this product from Ico. It is a brow gel shape and define product, and it's tinted. I just like to run it through my brow. It's just gonna like lightly darken my brows and also hold the hairs into place. And some of you out there are really lucky with a full brow, so this is all you probably need to do. But I have a very like shallow brow, which means like I have hair and it's somewhat full, but I don't have a lot. It's not very dense. I don't have thick brows. But just that brow gel, you can see, it does a lot. It really, so if you have full brows, this might be all you need, but I like to have a structured brow. So this is kind of like the first step. So I'm switching over to a pencil, and I'm using MAC Spiked. And what I'm doing is I'm really just kind of going in and filling in any sparse areas and areas I kind of want to sharpen, but I'm doing it a lot differently than when I do it on the regular with a powder, because I'm really going hair by hair and filling in gaps where my brow isn't as full. And you can kind of go in between movements with like a spoolie to kind of brush it out. So after I do my brows, I just do a little bit of eyeshadow. So for my eyeshadow, I'm using the Full Exposure palette from Smashbox. And for this, I'm taking this color right here. In fact, I'm going to actually take this color. And I'm just going to do like a wash of it all over my lid. And that's just to really even everything out. I create a really good base for the other color. So with the Morphe M441 brush, I am going to go into the color right next to it, which is right here. And I'm just going to use this, and I'm just going to pop this color right into the crease, just to give a little bit of definition. And kind of focus the color right on the outer corner, and then I kind of move it into the crease of my eye, or right underneath that brow bone, just to kind of create a little definition, see? And then with a little pencil brush like this, I'm just going to take that same color I put in the crease and just kind of do a light liner along the bottom lash line. Just enough to create a little definition. And it kind of looks nice when it's like it diffuses into like the skin, so I'll kind of go in and then just kind of diffuse everything. Like you don't know where it ends or begins. And then just to kind of add a little bit of an extra glow to the skin, I'm actually using this powder from Hourglass called Luminous Light. This is one of my favorite powder highlighters. It is so soft and so subtle that it doesn't give you like a strong glow. It just gives you a lit from within. I use this on like every bride that I do because it makes them just look so glowy in an ethereal way. I can't explain it. It's like one of my favorite things. As you can see, I'm hitting pan because I love it so much. So I'm just gonna like, and it's so subtle. You might not even be able to see it in this light. You could even take this powder and put it everywhere. Like it's so light that it just gives the whole face a very subtle glow. And then I'm gonna take like my Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Dry, which is a very strong highlight. But instead of using it as a highlighter, I'm actually going to use it as an eyeshadow in the middle of my lid with my finger and just pop it right there. And then blend it out. A little in the inner corners and a little under the brow, just a touch. So I just want everything to be like really light reflective. So instead of playing with colors, you're really just manipulating the shadows and light on the face. So for mascara, I'm going to use one of my favorite mascaras for like a very natural, elongated, flared lash. And that is called the Extended Plate Giga Black Lash. And I love this because it's so light, but it really accentuates every lash. Really pumps it up without adding too much volume. And it holds the curl that I put into my lashes. I'm going to curl the lashes. It has a really small brush, so you can really grab every single lash. Yes! Isn't that so pretty? So with this look, I am not using falsies. I am just gonna like try to rock my own natural lashes. I love this brush. It grabs like every little microscopic hair. And what I love about this formula is that it really holds the curl. So if you have really straight lashes, you'll probably love this mascara. So one of the most overlooked cosmetic lines that I feel like I don't understand why a lot of people are talking about it, that I've discovered in the past like 5 years, would have to be the H&M makeup line. I'm not saying the makeup line that you buy in line and they're in like in little Ziploc bags. I'm talking about like if you're lucky enough to have an H&M where they actually have like a makeup section, where they have like a full line of makeup. That makeup is shockingly good. Okay, I'm not gonna say everything is good. Like I've tried some other foundations and concealers and those were kind of whack, but their eyeshadows, their highlighters, their lipsticks, their blushes, like so good. I discovered this lipstick from H&M and this one is called Cream Chestnut 003 Cream Chestnut. It is the most perfect nude and it feels so good. Like it has like a very creamy, moisturizing, pillowy feel on the lip and it's like the perfect nude color. It feels so good. It's just such a pretty nude. And then I top it off with a little bit of gloss from, I love the Fenty gloss because it's just a very beautiful, neutral, universal color. I really feel like glosses are making a comeback. I feel like people are over matte lipsticks, thankfully. I'm like kind of over them too. I think it just looks so beautiful when somebody has just like really fresh, clean makeup and then a really beautiful gloss. So after the lips, just a little bit of a little spray. And see, I don't have to go as hard with the spray because I don't have all those powders to go through. So just a little spray just to kind of accentuate that glowy look to the skin. Alright guys, thanks so much. This is the look. It's all about natural, fresh, glowy. It's just enhancing. Hopefully you learned a few techniques that you could probably put in your day-to-day makeup looks. For you makeup artists, this is great for working with models on test shoots, clients that just want to look like themselves but don't want to look overly done. Also, this technique I think is great for people with dry skin types. Comment, like, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks again.